Jon Jones gets into the octagon, you have to be prepared for so much because there's so much coming at you. So these guys will put people in training camps to try and replicate that, but then when you're in there with him, it's so different because the speed is different, the fight IQ is different, the ability to set up all those weapons is much different. It looked like Stipe expected something, and he got something completely different. It was a wipeout. It really was a wipeout. And while I was surprised, I knew that this fight could go one of two ways. It could be very close, it could be very competitive, or it could be one-sided. Tonight we got option 2. The one-sided fight where Miocic didn't get much accomplished. Cormier has a long history with both men. The former two-division champion faced Miocic 3 times for the heavyweight title, and had a pair of bouts with Jones in one of the sport's most heated and defining rivalries. But though Cormier and Jones still don't get along well personally, the UFC Hall of Famer would never deny why Jones has been able to accomplish. This dude proved time and time again how good he is, and I truly believe a lot of it is due to the hard work, the fight IQ, and the toughness, the durability that he possesses inside the octagon, Cormier said. PFL fighter and UFC veteran Don Madge recently announced his retirement from fighting. But it turns out he wasn't going to be competing again for a long while anyways. On Monday, the United States Anti-Doping Agency announced that Madge received a 2-year suspension after testing positive for a banned substance as part of the PFL's doping policy. Madge, 34, tested positive for an anabolic agent as the result of an in-competition sample collected at PFL 6 on June 28, 2024, USADA officials wrote. In a press release, his urine sample was analyzed using a specialized test called IRMS, isotope ratio mass spectrometry, that differentiates between anabolic androgenic steroids naturally produced by the body and prohibited anabolic agents of external origin. The IRMS analysis results are consistent with the exogenous origin of testosterone and its metabolites. Madge's 2-year period of ineligibility began on June 28, 2024, the date his positive sample was collected, but has been told since Madge retired on September 20th, 2024, by all accounts. Madge's career is over with him hanging up his gloves in retirement. But if he decided to compete again, he would have to serve out the remainder of his 2-year sentence for the doping violation, a 17 fight. Veteran Madge went 2-0 in the UFC before he left the organization and ended up signing with the PFL, where he amassed a 2-2 resume over 4 fights. Most recently, Madge suffered a unanimous decision loss to Neiman Gracie back in June, which was the matchup where the sample was collected that ultimately earned him the 2-year suspension. Assuming he doesn't compete again, Madge retires with an 11-5-1 record with a career that dates back to 2011 when he debuted in his native South Africa. In the main event of UFC 309, Miocic lost a one-sided fight to heavyweight champion Jon Jones in a failed bid to claim that title for a 3rd time. The 42-year-old veteran was nearly finished by Jones ground and pound in round 1. But made it to the 3rd round where Jones put him away with a stunning spin kick to the body. After the fight, UFC commentator Joe Rogan spoke to Miocic and asked him what might be next for him. Miocic answered, in no uncertain terms, that he was retiring. That I'm done, Miocic said. I'm hanging them up. I'm retiring. Thank God. The announcement was unsurprising given Miocic's inactivity in recent years. Miocic's most recent fight before UFC 309 took place in March 2021, and his most recent win was in August 2020. Over 4 years ago, Miocic told Rogan that they had actually prepared for the maneuver that ended the fight, but that he did not execute in the moment. That IT sucked. I lost, Miocic said. He's really tough. I knew he was really good. He's one of the best of all time. He came strong. Hard kicks, I felt good. That spinning kick we worked on, I just mis-blocked it and it caught me in the ribs. Miocic, 20-5, retire with the record for the most consecutive successful UFC heavyweight championship defenses, 3, and the most total defenses of that title, 4. His UFC run includes wins over elite competition, including Daniel Cormier, Francis Ngannou, Junior Dos Santos, Fabricio Verdum, Alistair Overeem, and Andrei Arlovsky. The 14-year veteran looked far from his best on Saturday, though he refused to make any excuses for his performance. That I expected everything, Miocic said. I just didn't do what I was supposed to do. Congratulations to him. He did what he was supposed to do, and he won. Hats off to him. I want nothing but the best for him.